Alright guys, I'm back and I'm in North Carolina and almost moved down here. I still got to go back home and pick up my race car, my other bikes, but I got the Speedmaster down here, so I figured what the hell, let's do a short video again on the Speedmaster. Oop, it says low fuel, so I got to get fuel. Haven't found my home down here yet, so I'm just renting. But I got a garage spot for my bikes and my tools and stuff. Not anything for the race car, but I can use my buddy's house if I need to until I find my permanent home. But so we got the Speedmaster, and I guess we could talk about the Speedmaster. Now, I know a gentleman asked about my handlebars. They're Bitwell tracker bars, and they're a real nice bar. Fitment is an issue. You don't have to change the cables or anything like that. That's perfectly fine because they're called high tracker bars. So they got a little bit of a pullback, but not much. Nothing like the beach bars. They're much straighter. But let's see if I can explain this to you. You'll see the bend right here where my finger is. You cannot move these controls up far enough to be flush with the end. To be flush with the ends. All right, so when you do that, you get a bind in the throttle. So that's now on this side, it wouldn't be that much of an issue because you have the hard plastic throttle, and you got about an inch, 3/4 of an inch gap, inside of it because the handlebar doesn't go out that far. But then it doesn't look symmetrical. So what I did was I put spacers on the ends inside the bars, and it was able to make everything look symmetrical. I know it probably not really clear to you what I'm saying, but basically the bars are not wide enough from the bend to the end. You need at least 3/4 to an inch longer from the bend so you don't have the throttle binding. So I hope I explained that right. If you need more information, just make another comment. I'll see if I can email you how I did it all, maybe show you some pictures. But yeah, so that's what I did with the bars, and I like them. They're very well made. I did have some risers on them, and I didn't, they were too high, too far back then with the risers, so I put the regular dog bone back on. So that was so the bars are perfect, pretty much. So I wish I could find a house like this. On my left are the two houses. I just absolutely, really, the brown, not the gray one, but the brown one with the garage in the back, that's my house. I just would love to own that house, but it's hard to find what you want, unless you build, and building is like just a real pain in the ass to do. So yeah, so we're just taking a short ride. I just went to the auto parts store to pick up some supplies, whatever fit in my little bags. Talking about the bags, another gentleman asked me how did I mount them, what kind of brackets I used. Well, I basically went to a hardware store and got some conduit brackets. They were galvanized, meaning they won't rust. And that's basically that's what I did. I think they were 1 inch. But I'll show you at the end of the video. I'll kind of try to see if I can take some pictures and show you what they like and how I mounted them. The bags have a hard plastic in the back of them, so you can drill holes, and I had to drill 4 holes for each bag, and but it worked out all right. It was pretty good, and they're solid. They don't move. That's which I like, and I don't like the big bag look like some of the guys put on the Speedmaster. Even though obviously you can put more stuff in it, but I can put. I mean, I got some supplies back in them on both sides, so it worked out all right. I mean, I don't think I could go shopping with it for food, but but you can put your lunch in there. So I'll put that at the end of the video, and I'll show you what it looks like. As far as anything else with the Speedmaster, I'm really out on, I always have positive things, negative things to say about the Speedmaster. But I found with the roads down here, some of them, not that they're full of potholes, but this road is really smooth. But some roads are just rough. And the Speedmaster is you feel it, very visceral. You feel the roughness of the road, where the GS, you don't feel anything. And so I guess that's a gripe about the Speedmaster. It's more of a cruiser bike. I mean, I could take it on the highway probably for at 70 miles, 65 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. With the windscreen I have, it's fine. The wind blast is not bad, and it's comfortable, and it's got cruise, and I'm in a comfortable position. but you really feel everything. You know, it's got no travel in the back, 2.7 inches of travel, and maybe a better shock would help a little bit, but you don't have the travel. So I might upgrade to a better rear shock. Who knows? We'll see. I went by this place the other day. I'm sorry, I know I'm going off topic or anything like that. There was a farm. It looked like, well, we're coming up to, I think, but a horse farm. It was just tremendous. It was just huge. But, well, I think we're coming up to it, but whatever. So back to the suspension. So I'm not too thrilled about that because this is kind of like a bar hopper bike, but I do love the bike. And, well, maybe not. I could have sworn it was up here someplace. I think we're on 96 right now. Yeah, I probably passed it already. So, yeah, this is 96. We definitely passed it. So suspension, it handles good. I mean, you know, it's for a bike like this with these big balloon tires. I'm very impressed. Got no not ground clearance, but it hits the pegs pretty easily. And I'm going to put the floorboards back on. I know they look like Dumbo ears, and I like the way these look better, but I don't like where my feet are. I want my feet back. I want my feet back where at least my toes are underneath my knee. I don't like it forward like that. And so I'm waiting for a part to come in because I broke one of the floorboards, and I'll put them back on. Mirrors. I live on this. I rented a place down here, so whatever. But my friends live over here, which is cool. So yeah, I'm thinking that now we're on a rough road. That's good. Yeah. So I don't know if you can hear me with my voice. It's not full of potholes. It's just the road is rough, and you feel it more. But my next gripe is the mirrors. Well, it's not a gripe. Well, it is a gripe. I put the bar on mirrors. Let me know what you guys think of it, if the look is good or not. I took the mirrors off here with black, and they were a Triumph accessory that I put on. And but these mirrors, they have a better field of view, but you don't. But if you touch them, like my knuckle can hit them real easy. They're easy to knock out of adjustment, is what I'm trying to say. Where the other mirrors, you never have to worry about it. But these have a better field of view. And as far as looks are concerned, I guess that's subjective to say which looks better, which doesn't. I'd love to hear opinions if you think the bar ends look better or the standard mirrors that I had on it. I don't know if you could look at old videos, but they didn't come up high like the stock Speedmasters. Look like Mickey Mouse. They were big up here, big round ones. They were they come up about this high and like a teardrop on them, and they look real nice. It's a factory accessory from Triumph. And so let me know what you think. You think that's the better look, and you give up the field of view because you have to like move your shoulder down or your arm down just to get a good look. That's the road I went down. Just to get a good look at the at behind you, where these the field of view is excellent. So I don't know. Just give me your opinion. What do you think? I'm up in the air. I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to them or not, because I'm always readjusting, especially when you're moving the bike around in slow in the garage or something like that. You're always hitting them. So something I really think of when I put them on. This guy's coming in hot. So yeah. So that's I guess kind of a half negative. But I do love the bike. I love the styling of the bike. I wish they could make a bike like this. And have the ride quality of a GS, but I guess that's kind of impossible. But I do like the styling, so classic. All right, so also, yeah, I changed the lights on. Now, I guess you guys, these are minor things I made, but I'm always doing something. The turn signals, they stuck out too far, so I got the shorter ones, and I really wanted the small ones, but they're hard to get, and you got to get them from Europe, and they take forever. So I went and got these. These are easy to get, and they were like $100. And the other ones came out to about here, and so they don't look as gaudy. They just look too far out. I know some guys put them on the whatchamacallit. They have these ones you can bolt onto the forks, but I like that look. I like the round look, the bullet shape, but I just wanted them closer in. So I did that. I upgraded that, and I put the Corbin seat back on. My buddy was using the bike. He had the factory seat, but I put the Corbin seat back on, and I put the finishing kit, which is just a little, like, I don't know what you call it, on top of the fender. They call it a finishing kit. And he had a pillion seat, but I got no use for a pillion. And I took the pegs off too, because it's, he's got a bike now, and he doesn't need to take his wife on this bike anymore. He can take his wife on his bike. So it's back to just a solo rider setup. And we're just cruising. Yeah, this is the road I was on the other day. and it was nice and smooth. They just paved it, so now you don't feel anything because the road is really smooth. So obviously, you whatchamacallit, it's like, I guess obviously any bike that's on a smooth road is pretty much a nice smooth bike. But this exceptionally, you know, the road is nice. You don't feel anything on the Speedmaster. And I guess I was spoiled in New Jersey where I lived because most of the roads were really, really nice. And down here the roads are rough, some, but not because of potholes, just because they're old, you know. So you have little imperfections in the road. So that's, I guess that's a complaint about the Speedmaster. So I do have a complaint about the GS. Hold on, guys. I got to scratch my nose. The GS doesn't look as good as this. This looks good, and I know that's subjective, but this bike is just cool. Now I'm in 5th gear, and I was doing about 40, I guess, and this thing just has so much torque. It's just pretty much instant. And this is a nice windy road. I've been down this road. And this thing just has such a nice sound to it. Trail braking, stuff in the road. You always got to watch for gravel in the road. This is nice. That was a nice road, folks. I think I'm gonna go back that way. Yeah, so that's my Speedmaster. Little things I want to do to it. I want to make some changes to it because I'm always wanting to do something. And it's nice to be down there. It's nice to be down here, and it's gonna be my new home, and I just got to get used to the roads. And there's churches everywhere, lots of cemeteries too. Sometimes the cemeteries are in back of people's yards. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. So we're just gonna go back the way we came. Alright guys, I mean, I'm sorry with the video is not the best. I mean, it's just me kind of cruising around North Carolina. I went to the auto parts store, talk about a little bit about what I'm going to do the Triumph, and you know, what I've done to it. Any questions you guys have, ask, you know, feel free. Hopefully my next video will be with my other bikes. And this is our, nope, we're going to go to the next street. This is my buddy, lives down this road. Oh, I was going to show you that house. That's right, let me show you that house that I want. Okay folks, the house is on the right here. It's kind of an old looking, it's that big white house you see right there, not these two, one coming up right here with a little white car. It's like an old farmhouse design, but it's brand new. It's only 2018 it was built, and I would love to have that house. The people said they may be ready to sell at the end of the year. So hopefully that's the house I really want. It's right down the block from my buddies. And we'll see. You know, I want to hold out to get what I really want. It's 5-acre lot, and plenty of room to build a big shop in the back. Basically, they raise ponies and stuff, so you know, the place is not big enough for them. They want something bigger, not house-wise, but land-wise. So I think they're under contract. It's just a matter of when. So hopefully that'll happen. So we'll see. And I guess that's it. I'm gonna go back home. There's some nice houses. That's a nice one right there. But I definitely want a rancher. I don't want to deal with walking upstairs. I think a rancher is just the way to go. And all right guys, I know the video's been all over the place like normal, and I just keep repeating myself, but that's it. And hopefully I'll have another video soon when I bring my other bikes down, and maybe I'll be riding with my buddy and I'll have some more things to talk about. Sometimes, you know, you really want to make a ride, and then you do a ride, do a video, man, make a video, and then you just, forget everything you need to say. So, like I said, I'm always all over the place. But all right, we'll talk to you soon. Later, guys. Okay, like I promised, a gentleman that made a comment. He wanted to know how I attached the bags. So let's just show you what I did. I don't feel like taking the bags off, so I'm just gonna see if I can get in there and you guys can pick up. Here we go. Basically, it's just a galvanized strap that you would use for conduit. Got it into a local hardware store. And as you can see, there's a bolt and a nut, and there's one on the bottom. Below, you can't see it, but below on the other side. And that's it. And I just put 2 of them. I got a rusty one, I guess. Rusty washer. I thought I put stainless in there. Oh, whatever. So basically, I put some electrical tape, as you can see. A little dirty and grungy down there. I haven't got a chance to clean it. To protect the frame so it's not doesn't get chipped. And I just used 2 of them. And then if you open the bag here, you'll, oops, pardon me guys, you'll see what I did. Basically just some stainless hardware. It's, let's see if I can hold this so it's, sorry guys. It's a hard plastic. And as you can see, oops, maybe you can't see, but I drilled a couple of holes that were in the wrong spot. But that's basically how I did it. It's pretty simple. And it's nice and sturdy. Let's see if we can get a little... It doesn't move. The bag is very sturdy. And it's a nice look. Simple to do. And you can make any angle you want with this. I just kind of drilled them where I thought the angle would be nice. Just to get that nice look. And that's all I did.